It's a pretty amazing structure, isn't it, Jeremy?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, this is the largest Roman red brick building that we've got in Turkey today. They've done a bit of restoration to stabilize it, but in the Roman Forum, you have a lot of buildings like this. So it's a very typical construction material used, by the Romans in this period.
What would the roof have been like?
Many of these roofs would have been with a wooden frame covered with ceramic tile. You can see that there are different levels as well coming up here too. So it was multi-story.
Yeah. So what was in here?
This is actually the base for the cult statue that was in this temple. So we have Egyptian merchants, becoming very active in cities like Pergamum. And so they introduced their own gods from Egypt. And so this is the temple to the Egyptian gods. Most prominently were Isis and Serapis. The cult statue would have stood here, probably Serapis. And what's unique about it is we've got a grate over here. Let's climb up and look down in there. You got a hole and then a tunnel going down in.
Where does that connect?
Yeah, in days of old, you used to be able to crawl through that and come up in here. The phenomenon is illustrating something we see in Revelation 13, where the beast out of the earth is able to give life to the statue of the first beast. The priest would come up, literally move the arms, the smoke and sound and light show.
So a serious show.
Yeah, serious
right?
show. So all for the purpose of deception.
They knew what was going on.
Some did, some were probably gullible. And actually thought this was a statue coming to life.
All right, I'm gonna try to climb through the tunnel into the statue base where they made the idols speak. Let's see here. So I'm gonna go across. That's wild. So you've had the changing of the guard as far as the gods go, but then you get to about when? 2nd century?
Well, we've got the Christian community, but later on, of course, when this falls into disuse, this is transformed into a Christian church. Christians were quite pragmatic, it was like...
Make use of the space you have.
Yeah, exactly. So reconsecrated it, cast out the Egyptian gods, and this became a place of worship for Jesus Christ here.
We've talked about a lot of idol worship. We've talked about the imperial cult. We've talked about the Greek gods. We've talked about Egyptian gods. Let's put it all back into our discussion about Revelation and the Christians here at Pergamum. I think you used the word syncretism. Yeah,
this whole phenomenon of the teaching of Balaam, the Nicolaitans, this seems to be their teaching, that you can have it both ways. You can partake of the spiritual smorgasbord, that was going on in the Greco-Roman world, but also Jesus Christ.
Loyalty to Jesus is exclusive.
Exclusive, yeah, absolutely.
What a fantastic building.